I know one thing, that Caucasian individual, that vanilla brother who wrote me preemptively not to go after Alec Baldwin, I know he wouldn't have wrote me if it was Jordan Peele. Nah, he wouldn't have, Johnson. What happened with Alec Baldwin in the set of this show, Rust? They're filming this thing, they're preparing this scene, and someone dies on the set. Someone gets injured and someone gets murdered. Well, someone gets killed. An accident that kills a person. Elena Hutchins is the name of the deceased individual who was killed on the set, a director of cinematography. Was killed doing her job. Now, what I find most interesting is that this same set had a lot of other problems. There were at least 2 other instances of misfirings of guns on the set. Only a couple hours before this tragic accident, people quit. They quit because they weren't getting paid. They quit because of safety standards. They quit for a number of reasons, but they walked the fuck off. They also were replacing people with the most amount of experience who were unionized with scab workers. Alec Baldwin, he was handed a gun by someone that usually he would not be handed a gun from. The usual protocols were not followed in this case. There's room to say that there was negligence involved in this whole thing. I didn't know that a prop gun fired stuff. Like, I guess it makes sense, but there are projectiles and pieces or whatever inside of some prop guns that fire things. But this gun was supposed to be empty with no anything inside of it. They were wrong about that shit. Killed a woman. So I'm looking at the whole Alec Baldwin situation, and look, I'm not even going to get into is Alec Baldwin a good person or a bad person. People talking about this as comeuppance because they don't like him. So we're not going to get into that. I don't follow him enough to have an opinion either way. That's not what this show's about. It's not about clowning liberals or Democrats or conservatives. Well, a little bit, but only because they so brazenly don't give a fuck about black people. I have to go after them. But when Democrats lie, I have to go after them for the same reasons. So that's what people don't get. Like, both parties suck, Johnson. But see, here's the thing about Alec Baldwin. There are people that said to me, Tim Black, don't go after Alec Baldwin. It's not his fault. And I was sitting there thinking, like, damn, dude, I haven't said anything about this yet. Why are you so concerned about what I say about Alec Baldwin? It's amazing. Because I got a feeling if it was Spike Lee, you wouldn't be so supportive. If it was Tyler Perry, could you imagine if Tyler Perry, or instead of a Tyler Perry show, Tyler Perry takes a gun or shoots someone? Oh my God, and they die, Johnson? Oh, come on, Johnson. Come on, people. Would people be defending it? Would people be like, stop, hammer time. We need to all be diplomatic here. Let's do an investigation. Or would they be dragging him? There would be panels. They would be analyzing his body movements, his body language. There'd be all types of shit going on. Like, it would be way worse if it was like Ava DuVernay, for instance. Can you imagine the blowback? Due process my ass? He'd be like, well, I bet they were underfunded and they didn't have this in place and that in place. And they had fried chicken and watermelon and they had cantaloupe. They had all these sweets. They had a liter of Kool-Aid with extra sugar. They had a bunch of sweet tea on the set. This probably impaired them. They're probably drinking Hennessy at the time, playing spades, watching Power or BMF, listening to 50 Cent albums. Like, this is what happens. They would come up with all these. I know they would. Because this is America. It's not because you keep talking about race and race comes up. Well, I'm just going to treat you like a man. No, Morgan Freeman. No. It's the double standard that we have. If someone died on a Jordan Peele set because of negligence like this appears to be, you think people will be defending Jordan Peele? No, they be bringing out people from high school, people from the set of wherever, what was it? Get Out and Us. Come on, Johnson. Come on. In fact, all the black filmmakers across America were all like, oh shit, glad that wasn't us. I mean, no one wants anybody to die on set. At least I don't think they do. Maybe except for that person that's really annoying. I'm only assuming. But that's like a fantasy you have in your head. You don't literally want them to die. I know one thing, that Caucasian individual, that vanilla brother who wrote me preemptively not to go after Alec Baldwin, I know he wouldn't have wrote me if it was Jordan Peele. Nah, he wouldn't have, Johnson. And that's not because I talk about race a lot. That I got a crazy fixation. It's because I lived in America my whole life, and I've been black my whole life, and I pay attention. It is what it is.
Hold up, I'ma need to catch my breath. Pause. Wait, hold up, pause. No debate, no applause. Tired of the wait, man, we need a revolution, but you came to debate. We be down for the cause. I be late on a sauce. Keep us down, hold up, pause. Fuck up, round, get a public execution. Better wise up, hold up, fuck it, pause.